Hello. You've caught me remembering the time I called my school teacher Mum.
Shame is a funny thing, isn't it? On the one hand, it's a deep-rooted emotional pressure often exploited to enforce a particular set of social norms. On the other, it can be very good at making you remember the cringiest moments of your life.
And, oh boy, do I remember them.
But there are some particularly awkward instances of embarrassing shame that are so entrenched in the experience of playing video games, it's impossible for a non-gamer to fully grasp the depths of discomfort. Only those of you who know can empathise with the suffering of your fellow gamer during these events, can fully understand the stinging level of embarrassment.
So, here are 7 shamefully embarrassing moments only gamers understand.
The first embarrassing moment only gamers understand is when you get someone else to do a hard bit for you. Getting your older sibling to beat that really hard boss, or your friend who's really good at games to get you past that tricky level. When you ask for that kind of help in a video game, it brings the legitimacy of any gaming achievement into question.
How are we to believe you've done anything? You said you did. Are you handing over the controller every time you come up against any kind of challenge?
No, of course not. I really did get all of those platinums. Honest. Yes, community manager Alex, of course you did. We believe you, even though we literally have you confessing to the crime of asking a community member to earn the Sackboy Platinum for you and getting Dave to help you with Stickbold. And,
okay, I might be getting a bit carried away now.
Let's be honest, I'm only singling out Alex because it's easy, but this is definitely not something unique to him. We've all asked someone older or better at games, or both, to come and help us out of a jam. And that's fine, until everyone finds out and mocks you for it. And therein lies the real conundrum. Is it worth your gaming street cred just to overcome this one, admittedly very difficult hurdle? Is that a worthwhile price to pay, to shelve your pride for such shallow reward?
Yeah, okay, sis. So if you just log into my account, you should be able to earn the Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel Platinum, and then...
Embarrassing moment number 2 is like the spiritual successor to entry number 1, losing to a younger sibling. This usually happens when a combination of you arrogance and them getting better leaves you overconfident and underprepared for a battle of wits with Gamer the Younger, who, of course, was practicing feverishly while you were hanging out with your mates or doing boring school stuff, all of which leads to a thorough thrashing, the likes of which you've never received.
Parents like to think this is a sweet passing of the torch moment, but it's not. It's just humiliating.
It hurts, doesn't it? If you know, you know. It feels like you've lost more than just a video game. It feels as though a little piece of your identity has been chipped away. If you're an older sibling, you'll recognize that growing pressure as you realize your sibling is slowly getting better and better, inching closer to your level.
And then the inevitable happens. You'll feel it coming moments before it actually does.
That unbreakable confidence, that knowledge you are better than your sibling at, let's just use Crash Team Racing as an example, I don't know why, that self-assuredness breaks. It'll be 9 points each into a 1st to 10 battle. And you just know you're about to lose.
There's nothing for it but to sit there and just allow yourself to feel the white-hot sting of shame while they manically celebrate.
I lost to my little sister. Character building, controller breaking. The third embarrassing moment only gamers understand is your hot flush of panic and the palpable disgust of the person who just walked in to see you in a compromising video game cutscene. You know the sort. The artwork of GTA loading screens, or seeing Geralt getting his romantic comeuppance. Scenes that within the context of the game are completely plausible and fine, but that when seen by someone who's just bundled their way into your room...
Oh, Robert, what on earth is this?
It's a massage minigame.
No son of mine!
That's nice.
Now let's be clear, this is always embarrassing, but it's particularly shameful when you are an active participant. Maybe it's any of the mini-games in South Park The Stick of Truth, or a particularly intrusive interactive cutscene. For example, if your uni housemate walks in on you playing Metal Gear Solid 3 after you've gone on and on about how brilliant and transformative and mature it is, only to find you pressing R1 and giggling at one of those EVA cutscenes.
That would be very awkward, wouldn't it, Starfighter Connor?
Look, in my defence.
No, please continue to dig your own grave. It doesn't matter what you do, there is no getting out of this one, and it will haunt you forever. So much so that at least once a month, just as you're drifting off to sleep, the embarrassment will hit you like a wrench to the forehead. Remember that time you played with a very unusual looking back massager on a live stream? The voice will say.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Just one last dig at Rosie there.
If you've ever been caught telling a harmless white lie, then you'll understand how bad gamers feel in this fourth, shamefully embarrassing moment, having to turn over your trophy list. Now, for many of you, this will be a complete non-event. What is there to worry about, after all, other than having an impressive collection of digital silverware?
But for some of you, that collection will be considerably lighter than you might have otherwise suggested.
You're probably not going on about getting platinums for games you haven't even played, like some school playground braggart, but you might, maybe, possibly, stretch the truth a bit, ever so slightly.
Just a touch.
Maybe you didn't actually get a time of 0 seconds on the Chocobo race in Final Fantasy X on PS2, but you were close. But there's no way of proving it, is there? Unless there's a remaster that gives you a trophy for that exact thing and you haven't earned it, despite having trophies that prove you have played the remaster.
I have done the Chocobo race in under 0 seconds.
Show us then.
No.
Of course, you may not relate to any of that at all. Instead, you get the other type of trophy shame, the one where you actually haven't got anything notable to show off at all. The list of titles is pathetically short, and your only top-tier trophies are from games like My Name is Mayo, a game that you still haven't got the platinum in somehow.
I can't relate.
So show
No.
us.
Entry number 5 is about what happens when you give bad advice, because there's a lot to feel bad about when you very confidently tell your friend exactly what to do, only for it to spectacularly backfire. Your friend looks like a fool, but only because they listened to you.
I can feel it. I can feel it in my cheeks. The shame.
Doing this while it's just you and your friend in the room is one thing. They can chastise, you can apologise, you both move on. But imagine doing it on a live broadcast that thousands of people are watching. Imagine the entire point of view is that you're supposed to know what you're talking about. Imagine you scoff at your friend's suggested strategy, publicly berate them for being foolish enough to think of it in the first place, loudly force them to do the thing you want them to do.
And then that thing goes monumentally wrong.
Yes, I'm talking about the time I told Dave to use Lulu's overdrive against Sin in Final Fantasy X instead of Riku's grenades. It did pathetic damage, Dave died, and so did I a little bit.
Oh my god, it's so weak! He knew it, I knew it, everyone at home knew it. I feel very embarrassed and ashamed. Okay, let's just all agree to move on to the next entry. Come on!
It's time for the penultimate embarrassing moment only gamers understand, which is the unbearable public disgrace that is losing badly on the internet for all the world to see, or at least the lobby. Look, deep down, we all know that we're never as good as we think we are at multiplayer games, even if you are really good like me.
Stop laughing.
There's always that burning sensation you could improve, but nothing sends you running to your GP, gaming practitioner, faster than a particularly poor performance. Like all cases of embarrassing gamer moments, the condition can manifest various symptoms. The obvious presentation is sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard with atrocious numbers, low kill count, pathetic KD, that sort of thing. Patients may also suffer from cringe cams, where inadequate performance is slowed down play by play for the entire lobby to laugh at. Just Talking about this has caused my heart rate to increase.
Shame, 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 shame.
Less common, but no less concerning, is when you're the person being killed, typically while looking the other way or failing to win a duel. And finally, you have the rarest of all cringe cams, background extra. This is when you are neither killer nor victim, but the bumbling idiot just out of focus that's responsible for the death of your teammates due to poor tactical decisions.
Diagnosis, shame. Prescription, get good.
The final and arguably most embarrassing moment is gaming rage, or more specifically, being caught while in the midst of gaming rage. Because there's nothing more humiliating than looking up after hitting absolute rock bottom and locking eyes with someone who saw it all. Every scream, every curse, every drop of spittle leaping from your mouth. Maybe you cried, maybe you hit some pillows. It doesn't really matter what you did in the moment, because the punishment is the same. The realization that someone bore witness to you, a fully grown adult, revealing their true form.
Yep, it's embarrassing.
Your image will be forever corrupted in the observer's eyes, inextricably bound to that time you attempted to beat your sofa to death. And you know what? I get it. Gamer rage is an intimate act, something that ideally happens when you're on your own. But if you are seen, you've just got to style it out, you know.
But just why won't you be fluffed up properly?
Or we can all accept the fact gaming rage is a uniquely emotional moment, a booming mix of frustration at yourself and a desperation to proceed, the release of which is often a conduit for many other bottled up emotions to spill forth. And that actually is just a very human thing, and derisive remarks about it are often made from a place of ignorance and or misunderstanding, and everyone should just mind their own business.
That's what I say to make myself feel better anyway.
And that was 7 shamefully embarrassing moments only gamers understand. If any of those moments wake you up in the middle of the night, then you're morally obliged to like the video and tell us the story down in the comments. And please remember to subscribe and click the notification bell to see more video game shenanigans and keep up to date with all things PlayStation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
PlayStation